Put down the rock and take a look at that clock, 'cause right now it's time for Qweba talk. Oh shoot, Qweba, we're gotta survive in the wilderness in this tent that I made. This reminds me of the time I was doing wilderness survival for Boy Scouts. Well, you're Boy Scouts? That's so weird. A lot of animators were in Boy Scouts. Yeah, that's right, Qweba, isn't that... what? Dude. So the camp that I went to is called Camp Kern, and it was the best camp, except for the fact that, like, it was like 7 hours away, and then you had to hike all your stuff up this really steep hill, but hey, they had like a tree that smelled like vanilla. That's pretty sweet. One of the interesting things about Camp Kern is that on the very first night, they would have the whole camp gather on this fire, and they would do a bunch of skits for everybody. And it was stuff like, oh no, the infantry is coming, and then, the infant tree is here. Ugh, it's so dumb, Gabe. No, it's not, dude. Have you even seen my videos? That's like right up my alley, dude. So anyway, the point of Scout Camp is to get merit badges, and the point of merit badges is so you can be an Eagle Scout. It's like the Mighty Bee, except with boys. You're the only one who remembers that show, Gabe. The best merit badge is rifle shooting, and one of the cool things about Camp Kern is that they had this thing called the Dime Club, where if you're able to shoot 10 bullets into the radius of a dime, then you'd get $500, and you'd get into this thing called the Dime Club, which I just explained. So one time, when I was shooting, I got every single shot into the radius of a dime, and I was like, oh, dude, this is freaking Dime Club time. And this kid next to me, I guess he was counting the targets wrong because he started shooting at my target. He was hitting all over the place, and then afterwards I turned it into the guy, and I was like, hey, I shot into the radius of a dime, but this kid next to me started shooting at mine, so just ignore those ones. He's like, oh, you don't have proof that you didn't make all these other shots too. And I was like, welp, I didn't save one last bullet for nothing! Well, that didn't happen, Gabe. Well, of course it didn't, but you know, you gotta spice up the story sometimes. The other shooting sport that I did was archery. And let me tell you guys, archery, it's freaking impossible. Like, you'll finally shoot the target in the middle, and you'll be like, okay, cool, let me just do the exact same thing again. You'll do the exact same thing again, and you'll like, hit some tree behind you or something. You're just like... And then some kid who's never done it before will like sneeze twice, and you'll do the freaking thing from Braid where like it peels back the second one. I'm just like, I'm done, dude. It's just no bueno. Just getting the bueno detector out, and I'm not detecting any bueno, dude. Not a single bueno. So obviously there's more to Scout Camp than just the merit badges, like hiking and swimming and tents. So here's my thoughts on those three things, right? So hiking, they would always just say 4 more miles no matter how far you went. Like, if it was the beginning of the hike, they would say, yes, 4 more miles. And then like 10 more miles later, they'd be like, 4 more miles. I'm like, freaking you said that like 70 miles ago. And so swimming, like the whole lake was all snow melt. So when you jump in, you just die. The goose is so cold. Don't really got anything else to say about that one. It's, the water was really cold, that's it. And now with the tents. Actually, the first year that I went to Camp Kern, we were in this smaller camp within the camp called Scout Haven, and they had really nice cabins and warm showers. It was right next to the eating area. It was the best. And literally every year after that, we got into the stupid ones. Like, it was either a really crappy cabin with like black widows and junk, or it was a tent, and you'd have to share it with one other guy, and he would freaking snore or something. It was dumb. Well, Camp Kern sounds like it sucked. No, Qweba, it was like the best camp. It was the best camp ever. Hey, Gabe, you should tell that story about that one guy. I'm getting there, Qweba. You know, you gotta save... it's like dessert. You gotta save the best for last. So one of the unfortunate things about Camp Kern is that the dirt is like powdered sugar. Every time you'd step in it, a big old cloud of dirt would get up into the air and you'd breathe it in. You'd blow your nose every night, and you'd be like a black goo. It's no good. And I remember complaining about the dirt to one of our leaders, and... as Smash Mouth would say, this leader ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. And I was like, oh man, this dirt sucks. Like, man, my nose is just filled with dirt. And he was like,
there's not gonna be a lot of dirt tomorrow.
And I was like, okay. And so the next day, there's still a bunch of dirt everywhere. But that leader was like,
I'm a hero.
And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? And all the employees were running around freaking out like, dude, we are so low on water that we're gonna have to cancel next week's scout camp. And I was like, what? What happened to all the water? And apparently that leader sprayed down all the camp, just dumped all the water all over the dirt, hoping that maybe it would be like muddy or something and it would not kick up in the air, but it just evaporated in like an hour, so it made no difference. It was dumb, dude. This is like negative productiveness. This not even nothing. It's just,
Well, Gabe, that's... Wow, he wasted all the water, and, he shot the guy with the rifle, and the lake was cold. The scout camp, that sounds like a joy to be had. That's you, yeah. You're right, Qweba. Scout camp's the best. Go to Camp Kern, it's the best. Yeah. So, when are we gonna get out of this tent? Oh, you know, well, it's not really here. It's just a drawing. What do you mean it's just a drawing? I mean, this whole video is just this animated. Animated video. What? What does that mean? It means you're not real, Qweba. What? Yeah, this is literally just, I'm just sitting in my room with a microphone, and I'm like talking in my voice, and then I'm talking in a weird Qweba voice. Wait, what? I don't understand. No, I mean like that voice right there, that's just me doing a weird voice. What? Yeah, dude.